During WNBA Rivals Week, the true rivalries are few and far between. I don't think we're there yet. Chicago versus Connecticut? How about Golden State versus Washington? Or, wait, New York versus Las Vegas? There it is, the rivalry we've been looking for within another mishmash night of WNBA games under the guise of Rivals Week. The inaugural venture, launched on Saturday, running through Sunday, was bound to have duds and head-scratching selections with 25 games played over a 9-day span. The heavy-handed scheduling approach isn't sitting well with everyone. Minnesota Lynx head coach Cheryl Reeve, in her first trip back to Barclays since losing Game 5 of the finals, dryly dismissed any notion her team had extra motivation facing New York on Sunday. "I get it," Reeve said. "It's rivalry week. That's what the league told us." The effort is a valiant one by the WNBA as it tries to infuse additional juice into targeted matchups, in hopes that they flourish of their own accord outside of forced labels. Rivals Week came by way of the Changemaker Collective, which is championed by WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert and has funneled sponsorship money into the league since Engelbert's arrival. Ally signed on in April as a Changemaker and Rivals Week presenting partner. It's a strong plan not yet discovered in its full and best form. The WNBA and Ally tempered its promotion by making clear these games were both classic and emerging rivalries and matchups of some of the league's best superstars, going head-to-head. They are, by the rivalry definition, games of consequence, a mainstay phrase of Engelbert's, though still missing necessary kindling for the fire. The event mirrors other major professional sports leagues and their TV partners, brightening dead spots in the calendar with regional rivalries. The NBA, which launched its version in 2022, delivered a trim 10-game slate over 5 days in January. MLB celebrated its first rivalry weekend with a slate of 15 matchups in May. A shortened time frame and regionality boosted the focus. But the WNBA can lean into that only so much. The brutally condensed schedule makes targeted matchups difficult. Its 13 teams are spread out, often without touching any team's state boundary, let alone sharing a city. The NBA highlighted New York's Nets and Knicks, while MLB scheduled the Subway Series between the Yankees and Mets. Divisive? That's the point. The WNBA is still working on that type of healthy heat between fan bases. A mass infusion of new fans views the Chicago-Indiana series as a rivalry between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, but its roots run deeper through decades of back-and-forth results, sending the other team home along I-65. Indiana won another lopsided one, 92-70 on Saturday. The expansion Golden State Valkyries have no history to base a rivalry on, but since their franchise announcement, one with the in-state Los Angeles Sparks bubbled. The Valkyries won that matchup, 72-59, on Saturday in an important result for playoff positioning. The unfortunate reality is that historical significance, a key element to a rivalry, is trickier to find in the 29-year-old WNBA. When franchises folded en masse in the 2000s, the best rivalries immediately ceased. The Sparks and Sacramento Monarchs traded postseason success against each other before Sacramento, an original team, folded in 2009. The New York Liberty met the Houston Comets in 3 of the first 4 WNBA finals, igniting flares between the two conference standouts. The 4-time champion Comets folded in 2008. The Liberty made it back to the finals once in 2002 against the Sparks before their 2023 berth. The WNBA website's promotion of the week's best games reads more as fun matchups of consequence than rivalries. And if the schedule makers are to be believed, New York is now a rival of a quarter of the league. They play 3 different teams over 4 games, all of which headline the league's approach. Wednesday night's clash in Las Vegas makes complete sense as the Rivals Week fulcrum. The 2023 Super Team's Sans Leotards, Sariaya, sped to a meeting in the WNBA Finals. Las Vegas won it in 4, celebrating in a silenced Barclays Center arena. They clawed through must-watch regular season games in 2024 and served up a finals-worthy semifinal in 2024. New York won it in 4, ending the Aces' bid for a three-peat on their own floor. Minor grievances littered off the court, from Kelsey Plum's post-finals clincher comments to a pair of Sabrina Ionescu's shoes gone missing in Vegas. That they're heading in different directions doesn't lighten the intensity. The Liberty first played on Tuesday in Los Angeles, a contrived rivalry built more on disdain between the locals of 2 coastal cities than any team history. Pitting the largest 2 TV markets against each other is big business for broadcasters. These 2 played the first ever WNBA regular season game on June 21, 1997. Rivals is a streak.